Anyway, Jabari's with me. This will be Zaanosaurus versus Agent Killer Panda. Lovely, lovely names we have here for these folks this evening. We have the maps. We have the drafts. Jabari came back just in time to see a banana game. He hopes, anyways. Jabari, hello.
Hello, yeah. Looking forward to this one. We got Banana, we got Black Jungle. We're definitely going to see at least one game on either of these super fun maps. And yeah, dude, I'm pumped to cast. The deeper we go, the higher the level. And yeah, man, I'm excited.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Zaanosaurus here with Aztecs, Lithuanians, Celts, and Teutons. And then we have Agent Killer Panda here with Franks, Mongols, Cumans, and Bohemians. So, going to be lots of fun here. Cumans is an interesting pick. I kind of surprised to see that one here, but we'll see. We'll see. No bans, so players will have the opportunity to pick what they want when they want, basically.
Yep. Cumans is incredibly versatile, man. I can see it picked for Arabia. I can actually see it hate picked for Banana. Maybe Agent Killer Panda fears like some sort of ram rush or feudal strategy, or maybe he wants to use it himself. I don't know, man. Honestly, the players from this point on are like higher level than us by enough that it's very difficult to genuinely guess what they're thinking.
Absolutely, for sure. And we'll see how things work out here. We're going to dive into game number one here and get things underway. Jabbar, you should have the visual. And
Yes.
Agent Killer Panda is our high seed. Zaanosaurus here will be the lower seed, so that will show in the colors. Franks here for Agent Killer Panda. Civilization that is very predictable on this map draft for Banana, though, I feel. Using it on Arabia, though, it does make a lot of sense as well. And Zaanosaurus here with the Aztecs in game one.
Interesting. I also assumed the Franks was for Banana, but I guess Agent Killer Panda just playing that. I guess they thought it was the low elo meta to go Franks on Arabia, but I guess it works at higher levels as well if he's going for it here.
Yeah, I mean, Franks are just so good. I mean, so many good things going for them. Faster berry consumption. They do have free farm upgrades as well. I mean, they have a great economy. And they do have Paladin.
Yep. They are shadow nerfed, however, on Jungle Arabia because they don't get to take advantage of that 20% extra scout HP starting in Feudal Age.
For sure, but nonetheless, scouts will still likely be the option. Still, we'll see that bonus reflected later on. We'll have to see what goes on here, though. Aztecs, interestingly enough, feel very good if the Aztec player uses monks, and lots of monks.
Yep. And at this elo, I would assume Zaanosaurus possibly anticipated the Franks play here, given that it was the first pick of the opponent, and I'm sure that he is highly competent with those monks. Play here.
Yeah, absolutely. I imagine the same. Would definitely stand to reason. We will see what players go for. Interesting, I don't know if you caught game one of the last set, but both players pre-milled Drushed and did not know where their opponent was. Made for a very strange start to the game. One thing with this Arabia that we've just touched on several times, I feel, is it's not the same as your ladder Arabia. So your picking of where your opponent is normally going to be a little bit easier to guess. And in this gen, it's pretty much like that, directly across from you, but not always the case with this map. Another thing that's a little different, your res will be spread out quite drastically most of the time. And Agent Killer Panda here with a very rough map probably won't be looking to wall anything up here for the short term anyways.
Yeah, an incredibly unusual wood distribution across this entire map, I will say. While both players have decent woods surrounding their TCs, the right side is seriously wide open here, while the left is basically like forest nothing almost. Of course, that's a gross exaggeration, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, very rough indeed. We'll see how this works out, though. Obviously, everyone is looking forward to seeing another set here, and regardless of the random map scripting, usually turns out to be a good game, regardless of that generation. So, only way that it really comes into play with the wood in the late game, and obviously for walling purposes, but we'll see what happens.
Yep. As noteworthy, Agent Killer Panda already with one Vil of idle TC time. I haven't looked up the player's elo, but being the higher seed in round two suggests that he's like probably like 1900 or something. So I guess he's probably either cold or just hanging really loose and playing it a little bit casually here in game one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not what you want to have, but it is the case. And he's even going to get Loom here at 19 pop. Looks like he's going to try to click up at 20, and he will. So this is going to be just a scout play. On the other side, we have Loom coming in as well. Food is fairly close, so maybe going to be a faster uptime here as well for Man-at-Arms, maybe?
2 on gold. Yeah, could be Man-at-Arms, could be Archers. Man, I'm starting to feel underqualified to cast these games, man. I have no clue actually which one he's going for here.
For sure, for sure. Definitely makes it a little bit more difficult. But nonetheless, I actually was just checking elos, and I have the seeds backwards in my head. So Zaanosaurus here, we're just going to make the change now. He is the higher rated player, and Agentkillerpanda is the lower. So, my mistake. Apologies, guys.
Interesting, as it does look like it's Men-at-Arms for Zaanosaurus versus the Frank Scouts. And given the timings here, man, the Men-at-Arms player is not going to have that big of a timing advantage. By the time these Men-at-Arms are hitting, I mean, it seems like one Scout at least should almost be out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very early uptime here, and obviously with that little bit of idle time here from Agentkillerpanda, makes it a little bit worse off. And the stable is going to be close. We'll see if this gets noticed and potentially denied here.
Yeah, this
Monkey
would be
here too.
Oh boy, this is going to be devastating. Agentkillerpanda, he's getting killed before he even gets started here. As looking away for a second, Zaanosaurus might just be allowing the stable to go up. Nah, he successfully denies it. Yeah, this is absolutely devastating, man. Agentkillerpanda went up fast to get out scouts, and it's questionable whether the stable will go up at all. This might literally be GG here. No.
Okay. Forces it up. Lots of idle time here. One Vil will likely go down. But that's still a big win here for Zaanosaurus. Good thing the stable did go up, though. It will be difficult to get the numbers required to keep these Man-at-Arms and the Monkey at bay, and I think it's not going to be in time. There's actually a hole between those two houses, apparently. And another Vil in danger of going down here. If anything, kicking the Frank player off of the berries is always a win.
And of all the games we've casted across the brackets, this is by far the best Men-at-Arms play we've seen, man. Essentially, 0 idle time, hits hard. The way he was blocking with the Monkey to get the hits on, he's doing all the proper micro techniques, unhesitatingly just, deciding to take down this mill. The damage he's getting in is absolutely tremendous here.
Yeah, he's going to take out the mill here as well as these downhill hits. And quite devastating losses here for Agentkillerpanda. Not exactly what you want to have happen to you here in Game 1 Arabia, but Zaanosaurus is a good 500 elo ahead of his opponent, so really make it known he's here, he means business.
I had no idea it was that big of a gap. In that case, Regardless, it's still incredibly strong play, man. But yeah, Zaanosaurus. I, I don't think he really has much of a chance anymore, especially given the skill difference that Elo implies.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's going to try to clean these up now, but ultimately he's losing a lot of time here, a lot of early time with that scout build that you do not want to be set back here. Forced to go into his own archers here, even. Things are looking rough.
Yeah, I mean, the Vil difference now is tremendous. The military difference is tremendous. The military positioning, I mean, Zaanosaurus is completely safe at home while he's continuing to do damage. I mean, I guess having recently played my own set with a huge elo difference, you have hope at the start, and it certainly is possible to still win if everything goes right. But once it's derailed, the ability for the underdog to come back is very limited, man. Like this, even against another pro player, like this would be a tremendous struggle for a player 500 elo below to come back from a 4 vil deficit plus the military deficit. It's kind of unthinkable.
Yeah, definitely going to be quite rough. But he is going to continue to try here, getting padded archer armor as fletching just completes here for Zaanosaurus. Things are looking very rough for Agentkillerpanda, but he's still in this for now, getting best he can as far as the exchanges. Down a few vills for sure, and obviously this eco being super safe, wide open as well, not even walling here for Zaanosaurus. He knows he's in the driver's seat here with that elo advantage at this point.
Yeah, very interestingly, the eco KD is only 1-0. All of this damage has been induced through TC idle time, but in a weird way, man, I'd say Zaanosaurus like directly caused that idle time, taking the Frank player off berries, and I guess, yeah, I don't know, man. This is just very strong, relentless play as Zaanosaurus finally decides to pull back. Maybe he's just showing his opponent a little respect here, saying, I've done enough damage. No need to try and kill you right now if you're going to fight this tenaciously. I'll just guard my advantage and finish you off in the next stage.
Yep, and next stage it won't be all that far off as he's got the food, and if he idles the archer production here, he will be just fine to click up in a very short time. Already has 2 buildings, but will be getting up market as well. Even adding an eagle.
Yep, and another barracks in the back. So the eagle play in Castle Age will be his chosen finishing move. And since he's forced Agentkillerpanda into skirms, these eagles will just be unanswerable, man. Forget skirms. There's no feudal age unit, I guess, besides men-at-arms, which can effectively deal with eagles.
Yeah, and even that's difficult given the buff that Man-at-Arms line did receive not all that long ago, which I really have enjoyed, but it does kind of nerf the Aztecs, Incas, and Mayans.
Indeed. Is he going for like 4 barracks now or something? This is going to be some crazy eagle play here. I guess just 3.
It looks like it's only 3. Castle Age on its way, though. He is producing Eagle Scouts out of 1 already. Does have foraging in as well, so not too far off from seeing that spam come in. And there's going to be the second mining camp, so no TC here potentially. So maybe he's just going to 1 TC all in. Could even see a forward siege workshop if it comes to that. But I think he'll be fine to just deal with this with eagles as the archers loop around. And there are 6 vills here, 2 of which are super low HP that will be on the move here. And more vills will go down.
Ooh, that's so rough, man. Yeah, as he abuses the market to click up. It looks like Agentkillerpanda will survive to see Castle Age. If he can hunt down this army and somehow harden his base against eagle attacks and then somehow do some counter damage, he'll be fine. But that's a whole lot of somehows and ifs. I suppose, though, Agent Killer Panda is still hanging in this, though. Like, I can theoretically foresee how he would survive this, but as the Eagles come in, it looks like he might be dying.
Yeah, worker efficiency is plummeting here more and more. The Eagles will just continue to ramp up in number here, and the whole military for Agent Killer Panda is about to be in terrible shape, but it looks like Zaanosaurus decides to save his numbers until he gets his other units up here. And no Eagle upgrades. We do have +1 in foraging, but yeah, no Eagle Warrior upgrade. There it is now. So he will back up probably for that. Add in a second TC behind this now. So we'll not see a Forward Siege Workshop, but at the same time, he should know he's quite far ahead at this point. Almost 1,000 score lead at this point in the game.
Yep, and every time I say that these players are making a mistake or criticizing them, I acknowledge that I might be wrong. But Zaanosaurus, I guess he's just waiting for these upgrades. Yeah, he probably could have won this fight decisively without the upgrade. With the upgrade, it's an instant GG. Agent Killer Panda gives it the 11, kind of acknowledging that the game was a stomp.
Indeed. GG's. Let's pull up the civs here, get the maps back on the board.
Go ahead. Oh, I just got a shout out. I will heal you. One of this tournament's biggest supporters from day one, man.
Indeed. He recently just peaked at his highest elo ever as well, which was like an hour ago.
Oh, nice. What elo we talking here?
Just shy of 1,000 elo, 970 something. So congrats.
Nice.
Alright, home map for Agent Killer Panda will be Banana. He will have Mongols, Cumans, Bohemians. Mm-hmm. We have Zaanosaurus. I think
you got them. You might have the maps flipped. Zaanosaurus should have the home map here. Oh wait, no. You're correct.
We're good.
You're correct. My bad.
We're good. Official Noob's on a 6-win streak. Very nice. I'm on like a 12-game losing streak, so I've been playing. GG's. Moving on to game number 2 here, though. It will be on Banana, which is always exciting. And we're going to dive right into that one, guys. Alright, here we go. Agent Killer Panda. He's the low seed. If I could find the appropriate color, I would be happy. And then Zaanosaurus, the high seed here. Celts for Zaanosaurus is going to be interesting. And Civ we haven't seen on here very much, if at all. And then we have Cumans for Agent Killer Panda. This map.
Yep, as Agent Killer Panda builds a house, they actually both did some house building, so neither of them really knew what they were getting into here.
Indeed. 200 population at the start, and houses were built by both, but Agent Killer Panda completed his, and Zaanosaurus deleted before completing, which is always nice. Monkey is out and about for both players. Another house here for Agent Killer Panda. Oh no. He must not have realized.
Well, yeah, there's absolutely no reason to build a house. I mean, it does provide map vision, but with stone aplenty, an outpost would be a preferred building for that purpose. As he goes with the Cumans pick, this has actually been my pick for this map. I suppose Frank's is probably objectively more powerful, but in a few practice games, I had like such huge success with the Cuman Ram Rush that, yeah, man, I guess I decided to make that my personal choice of strat here. I am very curious to see what the pro meta on this map turns out to be, though.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this map is the most banned map of the tournament, just from not being drafted. Obviously, there are no bans, but I don't think that the pro meta is going to enjoy this map, to be honest. But we'll have to wait and see.
I feel like the players who signed up for this tournament are more into the wacky stuff, and yeah, in a way, this map actually provides the most space for pro players to flex their abilities. I think the more deviated from the norm a map is, the more like creativity and independent thinking you can perform on it. And these pro players, man, don't they get bored just playing Arabia and stuff?
I mean, if they got bored playing Arabia, that would be shocking, to be honest. I get bored with it, but pro players seem to only want to play Arabia. But we'll have to wait and see. Time will tell. Zaanosaurus here, very close to this town center, sees that he can steal the sheep. Will get away with one.
It's a pretty low consequence thing on this map, though, as the free food is aplenty here for sure.
It is indeed. We'll see what he's got set up here, strategized. Obviously, Celts, we would expect it to be a very big, aggressive push in Castle Age, as we have the monkey attacking here for Zaanosaurus, and he will likely take this villager out. Monkey for Agentkillerpanda coming back to try to defend here.
Oof, yeah, that is brutal. Again, man, when you're the underdog here, you need things to break your way. Like, a single Vil loss just feels magnified against an opponent who you expect to have a pretty clean build. Though I assume even these players will have trouble improvising clean builds on this extremely unusual map.
Yeah, he lost 2 Vils at one, he says, and he did, in fact, lose a Vil to the boar. So he will be down by 2 Vils now, plus more idle TC time. Puts him at quite the deficit here.
Yep, as I will heal you in chat saying he preferred the original version of this map with water instead of blackness. It was good, man. I feel like it was kind of meant to be a sort of hybrid map. I think it was turning into a pure water map, and I guess it was just kind of the choice for the tournament that there be only one water map in the pool. So Banana got the darkness treatment.
Yeah, it was fun for the low bracket, but honestly, I think it turned into that pure water meta, which, like you said, we weren't really trying to add another one of those maps to this bracket. So I like this change, though. It's been fun. We've had some great games on it.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. If we're making one map that is just like memey and wacky, you might as well go all the way, and nobody can argue that this map isn't incredibly unique. They'll say other things about it, but yes, it has many unique attributes.
Yep, Zaanosaurus sneaking back in, stealing another sheep, and we'll see the barracks going up. He might even choose to fight this Vil, but looks like he will make a second thought about that one. Monkey is forward here for Agentkillerpanda, and he will lose it to the town center as well. Feudal Age is going to be a little faster for Agentkillerpanda.
Yep, I like the faster Feudal Age as the Cumans here. I mean, honestly, if Agentkillerpanda is going to take this game, it's got to be in Feudal. If Zaanosaurus tries to go FC, which it looks like he might be doing, and Agentkillerpanda starts making military in Feudal, possibly military including Rams, I can actually see things going the right way for Agentkillerpanda here.
Yeah, could definitely be the case. We'll have to see what happens here, though. Going into a stable, so he will be trying to go into the scouts. The only problem with this map is it's so hard to kill Vils if you're not forward towering, I feel like, because all of this res so close to your town center, and you don't really have to move out from your town center all that much, except for to build these buildings.
I would argue that feudal archers tend to be able to range almost everything as well. But yeah, in feudal age, melee units are often underwhelming for Vil killing, but they seem necessary just for general fighting out on the map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll see what is this case. It will be a fast castle, no question here, with an insane time here. It's going to be up at like 1430 for a Castle Age build.
Yeah, and Agent Killer Panda's feudal attack is underwhelming. If he was forward with like ranges, towers, and rams, I can see Zaanosaurus taking damage, possibly enough to take him out. But it looks like Zaanosaurus is going to get to Castle Age effectively untouched.
Yep, and it's going to be very difficult to defend for even the short term, I feel, as we will have some scouts out on the field, but should probably just be spear and then siege, maybe a monk or two added in, or a knight or two, but
yeah, I think we might be watching the quickest set of the bracket so far, man. As Agent Killer Panda is kind of forever feudal here.
Yep, Castle Age is only 40 seconds out. It is spears coming forward, a lot of spears in production, a lot of them on the map. Vill's coming forward here as well. Monkey still has 1 HP. Another scout will go down. Castle Age will come in, and a siege workshop will most certainly be coming down.
Yep, but Zaanosaurus at the same time, I mean, he's getting forward siege out. I don't believe he has a stable or anything, so this Castle Age is going to take a minute or two to kick in. Agent Killer Panda potentially could deny this. That would be huge, though. Just maybe if he rushes with the Vills or something. Yeah, Zaanosaurus might have gotten a little overconfident here, as the Siege Workshop is struggling to go up.
Yeah, it's looking good here, but this is a lot of investment here, and I don't know if Zaanosaurus is really too worried about it at this point.
Yeah, I suppose there's some unusual patterns that happen in some of these games with huge elo gaps where the stronger player will sometimes kind of sag, let it hang a little loose, do things that seem really risky just because they're so confident that they got all the tricks and they can pull it out in the end. And yeah, of course, Zaanosaurus still gets up this Siege Workshop, despite Agent Killer Panda having so many units swarming around it.
Yep, Scorpion, an interesting choice as well. Not what I had anticipated, but Scorpion will be the choice. Probably just to deal with the Archer mass and all these Vills here, and is going to find some good value.
Yep, Scorpion, I guess it gets its damage in more reliably than a Mangonel, though it has a lower ceiling in how much it can do. Makes sense here. It goes down, kills a Vill, idles like 8 Vills as they fight it. Zaanosaurus, meanwhile, with much better eco-efficiency. Obviously, he has that tech advantage as Agent Killer Panda is going for a second feudal TC. Oh, God, man. A 2 TC boom with Mangonels in your midst doesn't feel possible, as actually it's just much more Scorpions.
Yeah, I actually like the Scorpions. GG comes in. GG's very quick set, like you said, probably the fastest of the tourney so far. But well played for both. Obviously, the elo difference was overwhelming here, and commendable that Agent Killer Panda stuck in this one and participated, even knowing the deficit. And congrats to Zaanosaurus, who will be moving on here.
Yep, indeed, well played, and I hope Agent Killer Panda, if he sees this, doesn't take any disrespect or anything. I mean, we just call it like we see it. Brave of him to play it. I found myself in a similar set, and I know that feel, man. Yeah.
GG's. We'll say farewell here to Agent Killer Panda. Update the bracket. Just a second, guys.